Hello everyone, welcome to Oracle Fusion Technical Training offered by UnoGeeks. In this video, we'll see how to handle HCM data loader errors. So in the previous couple of videos, we've seen how HCM data loader works, and we've also seen how to load a few jobs into HCM cloud application using HCM data loader. But in most of the scenarios, whenever you load in a file, there is a fair chance that some of the records might error out because of data issue or because of missing configurations. So in this video, I'll explain what options do you have to handle such errors. Okay, so let's get started. I've logged into HCM Cloud instance as Curtis VT user, who is a HR specialist, and to access the HCM data loader, you have to go to My Client Groups, scroll down till you see the data exchange. And you need to use this import and load option to load the HCM data loader file. So usually you have to first figure out if the business object into which you want to load the data is supported or not by going into this navigation option. And you will download template from here. And with the help of that template, you prepare a data file, and then you load in that data file using import and load option. So in case you're not aware of the HCM data loader process, please watch a couple of videos that we have done on HCM data loader process, and then come back to this video. Okay, so we have loaded in this file, this HCM data loader file, with the help of which we have loaded 3 jobs into the application: UnoGeeks HR Analyst, HR Manager, and HR Specialist. Right. So to see or to explain how to handle HCM data loader errors, let's try to deliberately create few errors. Okay, so say for example, I'll change this active status to active 1, which is not a valid one. So active status can have a value of either active or inactive, but deliberately I'm putting 1 at the end so that these records end in error, saying that active 1 is not a valid status. And I'll also change the start date format. So usually you have to pass a date in HCM data loader file in this specific format: 4 wise, and DD. So to make, I'll take out the first slash to make it an invalid date format. I'm doing it on purpose. So I've deliberately created a couple of errors in the data file, and let's try to load this in now. So to load this in, let's zip it. You cannot load a .dat file directly. Compress folder, and we will call this as UnoGeeks error job file. And let's go ahead and load this file. Import and load data. Import file. Choose file. Submit. Go with the default parameters and just submit the request. I've explained what these parameters are I've explained how these parameters work and what is the significance of each one of them in the previous video. You can watch that video for the details. So just go ahead and submit it. You should see the data set showing up now. So let's wait for a minute for import and load process to complete. Okay. You see that import success percentage is 0. But there are 3 lines in the file, but all 3 of them have failed. Okay, let's do a refresh to figure out why. You see the import status, import has ended in red. And if you want to see what the error is, click on the messages. You see that there is an attribute which contains an invalid date. And let's click on that to see the entire message. And it clearly says that a date is not in a correct format. And it also mentions in what format you have to enter the date. Okay, so there are certain validations that will be done when you're loading the data itself into, or when the data gets loaded into stage tables itself. So the import itself will do certain validations, like checking the date formats and a few other basic validations. Okay, so how do we resolve this? To resolve this, we need to correct the date format. And to correct the date format, so these records are not loaded into stage tables yet. Okay, these records are not loaded into stage tables yet, right? So the only way to correct this record is to change the data file. Okay, so let's go back to the data file. Let's open it and let's correct the date format now. Okay, so I've changed the date format to an invalid one to show you that there are certain validations that will take place during the import phase itself, such as validating whether the date is in correct format or not, and other few basic validations. Okay, so let's correct it and then let's reload the file again. And there is one more error in the file. Okay, but that error is related to active status. We're passing in a value which is not a valid active status. But you'll notice that this error will not get caught in the import stage. Import will go through successfully, but the load will fail, saying that active status has an invalid value passed in the file. Go ahead and test it. Import file. Submit. Go with the default options and submit it. See that import is running at the moment. Okay, what do you see? 100% success rate for import, which means there are three files, there are three records in the file, and all three of them have been loaded into stage tables, which means this active status being, even though it has an invalid value, it did not get caught in the import phase itself. Okay, so but it will definitely be it will definitely fail the validations that will happen during the load phase. So load is running at the moment, which will pick up the data from the stage tables, validate it before creating a job in HCM Cloud application. And during those validations, one of them would be to check if the active status is valid or not, which will certainly fail for these three records. Okay, you see the message populated again. The moment you see message populated, you can be, yeah, that means something is wrong in the file. Okay, load has errored out. Click on the messages. You see that a message is a byte. It's a bit a generic one. It says some attribute has an invalid value. But if you want to see what exact attribute and what is that value, you click on it and you see the details there. It says the active one value for active status is invalid and it doesn't exist in the lookup. Active status or possible values for active status is stored in a lookup, and in that lookup you have active and inactive, but you don't have active one as a valid value in that lookup, and that's why these three records have errored out because of this reason. But one more option that HCM data loader gives you is you can update the data in the stage tables directly. It is quite difficult to do it, but in case you have to update just a couple of records or 3 or 4 records, this option might seem feasible. So you have these 3 records in the stage tables now. Click on object details. Click on the job record. Click on the record again. And you see that some of the fields are updatable in the stage table. So in the stage table, the job that has been loaded in the stage table has an active status of active 1, but I can update it. By the time I'm doing this, I realize that yes, I know what the valid values for active status are. So I'll take out 1 at the end and I'll save the record. Okay. So that's okay. You can ignore that error. You can go back and click on the second record. And I will leave out that one. I've just corrected error on the first record alone, and I'll leave out the other 2 records as such, HR manager and specialist. And let's try to reprocess the file now. Okay, so you can resubmit the import process by clicking on the submit button. Do it, and you notice that only the load gets triggered now because import happened successfully. So we're triggering only the load action now. Process has been submitted. You could see that load is running at the moment. And you could still see messages getting populated because there are 2 records which are still in error state, right? I could see the load in error ready, load in red again. Let's look at the messages. Well, we see that the 3 records are still in active status. Oh, sorry, the three records still have the error. Looks like the change that we did on HR and list that is not saved. Let's try to update it one more time. Okay, so this time we didn't get an error. So hopefully it might have been saved. Let's get into the details again to cross check it. Okay, yeah, we could see the status has been updated now to active. And we're doing this, we have updated the status to valid one only on the HR and list job. And let's go ahead and submit the load process again. So you should see that one of the records should get processed successfully now, the HR and list. Okay, you see that out of 3 lines, 2 have failed and one of them went through successfully. That's why you're seeing 33% here, but other 2 has failed. Okay, and there are a couple of points that I want to highlight. Yes, one of the record has been loaded successfully, but there are 2 more records which are still in error status. So since it's 2 records, it will be easy for me to identify what they are, and I can prepare a new data file with those 2 records alone. But imagine if you have loaded a file with say 1000 records and say out of 1000 records, say 567 records have errored out. Okay. And if you want to pull those 567 records which have errored out, it will not be an easy job, right? So to help you with that, to help you with extraction of failed lines, Oracle has given an option in this particular screen itself. So you could, okay, so you see a failed objects as 2. Do a refresh. You can look at the details now. And you could see that there are only 2 records in error at the moment, and you could export them with the help of this option, export to Excel, and that will export the error records into an Excel sheet. Okay, so this will let you know what are the records that have errored out. Okay, let the Excel open up. Okay, you could see the records. You could extract the records, error records in this way. and you can do a bit of reconciliation there. Okay. And one more point that I want to highlight here is, so if you look at the file that we have loaded, so we have loaded the same file that we have loaded in the previous video. So by the time we loaded this file, there is already a job in the instance with the same name as UnoGeeks HR Analyst. And I tried to load the same record again. First, I've tried to load it with active, invalid active status, active 1, but then I corrected it directly in the stage tables. I've shown you how to do it. And when I reprocess the load, this record went through successfully and it is no longer appearing in the stage tables. But there is already a job that exists in the application with this name, right? So why didn't I get an error? We didn't get an error because the keyword that we have used for the data row is a merge. So merge keyword, it performs an upsert operation. What it means is it searches for this job in the application, and if it exists, it will update the job with the attributes that you pass in here. And if the job does not exist in the application, it will create it afresh. So that's why even though this job exists in the application with the same parameters that you have passed in the file, it didn't throw up an error saying that the job already exists, because all it does is it tries to update the existing job. So that's how a merge keyword works. And you cannot use any other keyword for a data row in HCM data loader. It has to be merge, and merge performs an upsert operation. Okay, so I've shown you various possibilities on as to how you can handle HCM data loader errors. Okay, so you can update them directly in the stage tables, or another option that you can do is to delete the data from the stage table itself. So in case you have to flush the data from the stage table, you can use this option, and flush the file, entire file, in case you have loaded a wrong file by mistake. And you can also extract the failed lines by going into that specific error record screen, extract them, and then with the help of this, you can identify what records have been loaded and what have not been. Okay, so this is how you can handle HCM data loader errors. So yeah, in the next video, we'll see how to use a HCM spreadsheet data loader. So this is basically loading data into HCM cloud with the help of a spreadsheet. And this is typically used when the data volume that you have to deal with is quite less when compared to HCM data loader. This is a bulk data loader option, a HCM data loader, whereas HCM spreadsheet data loader can be used to load small data sets. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. In case you are interested in Oracle Fusion technical training offered by UnoGeeks, please call us on this number, or you can also send us a WhatsApp message. In case you have any questions about the course, you can drop us an email on info@unogeeks.com. Thank you.